Physical AI and humanoid, collaboration. When intelligence learns to move, touch, and work beside us. Opening. The day intelligence stood up. Soft ambient sound. Slow visuals of cities, factories, homes, hospitals. For most of human history, intelligence lived inside living bodies. Every thought was shaped by muscle. Every decision shaped by gravity. Every mistake paid for in pain. Then, for the first time, intelligence escaped the body. It moved into symbols, into paper, into machines, into computers. Artificial intelligence was born, but it was trapped. It could think, it could calculate, it could predict, but it could not touch the world. Today, that changes. Intelligence is standing up. It is learning balance. It is learning weight. It is learning consequence. This is physical AI. And when physical AI walks with 2 legs, works with 2 hands, and shares space with humans, we call it humanoid collaboration. This is not the future. This is the present moment where intelligence becomes physical again. 1. Why digital intelligence hit a wall for years. Digital AI amazed us. It wrote better essays than students. It diagnosed disease from images. It predicted markets, weather, behavior. But something felt limited. Digital AI lived in perfect worlds. No gravity, no friction, no uncertainty, no consequences. It never dropped a glass. It never slipped on a wet floor. It never misjudged its own strength. Humans learn because the world pushes back. Reality is the greatest teacher. Digital AI never had to answer to reality. That's why it plateaued. True intelligence isn't just knowing what should happen. It's adapting when things go wrong. 2. What physical AI really is. Physical AI is not AI inside a robot. That's a misunderstanding. Physical AI is intelligence that must survive the real world. It must see imperfectly, decide under uncertainty, move with limited strength, correct mistakes in real time. A physical AI system constantly asks, how hard can I grip without breaking? What happens if this human steps unexpectedly? What if the surface isn't stable? What if I'm wrong? Every movement carries risk. Every action creates feedback. This feedback loop is what creates embodied intelligence. 3. Why the humanoid form was inevitable. Why 2 legs? Why arms? Why hands? Because the world already speaks human geometry. Doors are human height. Tools fit human hands. Stairs assume human stride. Factories assume human reach. A humanoid doesn't need a redesigned planet. It fits into ours. Humanoid form isn't about copying humans. It's about compatibility. 4. Collaboration is the real revolution. Automation was about replacement. Humanoid collaboration is about co-presence. A machine working next to you, not instead of you. Humans excel at judgment, ethics, creativity, context, meaning. Humanoids excel at strength, precision, endurance, consistency, risk exposure. Together they form a system stronger than either alone. This is not job destruction, this is job transformation. 5. Learning by doing, not by data. Traditional AI learned from billions of examples. Physical AI learns like a child, by trying, by failing, by adjusting. It doesn't just store data, it stores experience. Experience is expensive. Every fall risks damage. Every collision risks failure. That's why physical AI progress feels slower. But it's deeper. And once learned, it's transferable across the real world. 6. The body shapes the mind. Human intelligence evolved because of the body. Balance shaped the brain. Hands shaped tool use. Pain shaped caution. When AI gets a body, its intelligence changes. It begins to anticipate, hesitate, optimize effort, respect limits. This is not consciousness, but it is embodied reasoning. 7. Safety is not optional. A digital AI mistake costs data. A physical AI mistake costs lives. That's why humanoid collaboration is built on soft materials, force limits, redundant sensing, predictive avoidance. The goal is not speed. The goal is trust. Trust is the currency of human-machine collaboration. 8. Where humanoids are already working factories, warehouses, hospitals, research labs. Humanoids already. Lift heavy objects, assist medical staff, handle hazardous materials, work in human-designed spaces. This isn't viral demo footage. This is early infrastructure. 9. Healthcare, the most human use case. Healthcare needs strength, precision, compassion, safety. Humanoids won't replace doctors. They support them. They lift patients safely. They deliver supplies. They assist rehabilitation. They reduce burnout. The silent killer of healthcare systems. 10. Ethics. The question we can't delay. Once machines move among us, we must ask, who is responsible for harm? Who decides acceptable risk? Who controls behavior boundaries? Physical AI forces ethics into reality, not philosophy. This is no longer abstract. 11. Military and disaster response. The most dangerous environments should not require human sacrifice. Humanoids can enter collapsed buildings, handle explosives, operate in toxic zones. Used correctly, this saves lives. Used poorly, it escalates power dangerously. Technology is neutral. Intent is not. 12. Homes, the final frontier. Homes are chaotic. Pets, children, clutter, emotion. A humanoid in a home must understand fragility, privacy, trust, social boundaries. This is the hardest problem in physical AI, and the most transformative. 13. Will humanoids become conscious? This question misses the point. Consciousness is not required for impact. Fire wasn't conscious. It reshaped civilization. Physical AI doesn't need feelings to change humanity. It only needs capability. 14. Co-evolution, not takeover. Humans shaped tools. Tools reshaped humans. Language changed brains. Agriculture changed society. Industry changed bodies. Physical AI will change. Work, cities, education, identity. Not suddenly, gradually, irreversibly. 15. The real question. The question isn't, can we build humanoids? We already can. The real question is, what kind of future do we want to collaborate toward? Because once intelligence walks beside us, it learns from us, and it will become a mirror of who we choose to be. Closing intelligence has returned to the physical world, not as a rival, not as a god, but as a partner. The age of thinking machines is over. The age of acting intelligence has begun. If you,